good night's rest. Good night of sleep beforehand. I take my vitamins, probiotics for the win.
I'm talking to myself and I'm sitting like yogi and thinking about all the beautiful things, and no, that's not true.
Usually the night before I'll go to bed early, and in the morning I'll wake up early and just make sure that I'm like mentally and physically ready to go.
It depends if I'm doing anal. If I do anal, you know, there's a little preparation and everything. I love it. I'd rather have butt sex than vaginal sex.
Of course, doing the nails, doing the hair. If I have my roots, my dark black roots, I dye my hair into red hair.
Makeup, hair, shave, all that good stuff.
Get a tan, shave.
Shaving my pussy.
Shaving, of course.
I usually go to the gym in the morning. I have my breakfast.
I need to have a double espresso.
Looking in a mirror and like poking myself for about an hour, and then like I'm in the right mindset.
I actually do a lot of research on my partner. Call me old-fashioned, but I want to know a little bit about you before you put your dick in me.
Lots of lotion. Your skin looks better on camera when it's moisturized.
And making sure I wear lotion and perfume and do lots of kegels. Basically, like when you're about to pee, you tighten those muscles and you just do that repeatedly. It makes your vagina nice and tight. My vaginal muscle game is definitely on point.
Make sure I'm clean and, fresh and ready to go. Pop a breath mint.
Making sure you're clean.
You always want to make sure you're clean, obviously.
Vaginal douche for not being like for not having a funny pussy. You have to do vaginal douches so your pussy is clean and not full of things that you don't want to encounter.
You gotta use a douche and make sure it's nice and clean. I don't want any stinkiness going on in there.
I douche with coconut oil and a little bit of tea tree oil.
Pouring the solution out of a douche and douching before I have sex with someone.
I'll douche with fresh water right before my scene so that there's no weirdness. Even if there's nothing wrong, but a girl could be mid in her cycle and be creamy or something like that, they would prefer for you to be clean. And it's also kind of just a nice gesture to do for your scene partner. Kind of just says hey, I give a shit about making sure that everything is going to smell, taste, and feel good to you.
Make sure your vagina is nice and clean. Make sure your ass is nice and clean.
You don't eat much before anal.
Obviously for anal, there's a lot of anal prep that goes into it. I would probably stop eating at 5 p.m. the day before, and then the night before I'll do an enema, and then another one in the morning. Anal's a lot more work.
So when I prepare for a scene, I like to just throw everything I have into a suitcase because you never know what they want you to wear. And I have a whole shoot bag full of baby wipes and soap. I have latex gloves. You never know what you might have to touch. And I came into this business a huge germaphobe. And being in porn has kind of made me less of a germaphobe because you have your mouth in people's buttholes and stuff happens and you get used to it.
I have to pack my bag with the appropriate wardrobe.
Lay out my outfits, and I don't give the producer as much of a selection because I know what I want to wear. I've been around for a little while, so I'm I want to wear this in the scene, so the other things in my suitcase won't be so vibrant, and so that one outfit's oh yeah, let's wear that.
I'm very dedicated to what I do, so I get frustrated sometimes, and it's all about personal connection for me. So I guess my biggest preparation is just mental, getting into it, getting into the scene, getting into the moment, and trying to capture things that a lot of times you don't get to see.
I like to take a nice long bath, and I kind of imagine being that personality again and shooting and what I might be shooting and just trying to be my sexy persona.
If it's with a female talent whom I've never worked with before, usually we have a discussion and I ask them, what do you like? What don't you like? Whatever it is that she doesn't like, I make sure I don't do that.
I will Twitter stalk the fuck out of someone. I'll look at their personality, their energy, are they an asshole? I've canceled scenes. If I've Twitter stalked someone and I'm you're a dick, there's not enough money for me to be able to put up with you being such an asshole. I do my homework. I research the fuck out of it because I just don't want to be some bored porn bitch, doing paycheck.
every scene I deliver, I want it to be fucking amazing, and I want to get in my partner's head. The more I know them, the hotter the scene is.
If it's like a gangbang scene, then generally like I'm on my phone looking at Tumblr. If it's like a one-on-one scene, generally that's some time, you know, with my co-star to kind of get acquainted, kind of warm up a little bit. That generally helps.
I pleasure myself before the scene, you know, get the pussy nice and wet, so.
I'll take my Hitachi and vibe before if I feel like I want to or need to.
And I usually just start playing with myself a little bit.
Sometimes I get on webcam almost every day. Before I go on a porn scene, I'll go on webcam and I have at least one orgasm because I don't know, it's fun and it gets you all aroused and excited, and that's about it. Pretty much you just look at the other person and I'm turned on. You start pulling out a dick and I'm ready to go.